What is going on, guys? I just wanted to make this quick video just showing this despicable clip. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. What you're about to witness is one of the most premier civil rights leaders of our time, the most talked about syndicated radio hosts of my generation and previous generations. This guy right here has been calling everybody racist for years. He's been race baiting. He's been sitting here making everything a race issue, from everything from presidential elections to climate change. He called climate change racist recently. This is how ridiculous this guy is. But here's a video right now of this guy calling for people to murder innocent white people and to murder police officers, saying if you want to talk about it, be about it, saying if you want to off a cracker, go off a cracker. You talk about offing a cop, go off a pig. You know what I'm saying? This is the most despicable thing I've ever heard in my life, and if you have any decency as a human being, you would feel the same way. This is absolutely disgusting, and it should not be allowed to continue.
All the human news lovers, all the Panther lovers, all the doing the die, all the by any means necessary Negroes in Plainfield. I didn't see them stand up and do nothing. Oh, brother, I don't believe in marching. I don't believe in that. I believe in offering the pig. Well, they got pigs out here. You ain't off one of them. What I believe in, I do. Do what you believe in. Or shut up and admit you've lost your courage and your guts to stand up. I ain't having no march. I believe in fight. Well, fight then. Ain't nobody holding you. I'm off the man. Off. Putting the crackers going right around here. Ain't nobody ever told you I'd knock the gun out your hand.
What you've just witnessed is the true colors of the Black Panther Party, of all these Black Lives Matter protesters. You know, every time you hear people saying, you know, to call for, you know, these uprisings in these neighborhoods and these protests and these, you know, pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon, you know, marching down New York City. And it will come to a point to where you have things like Dallas, to where you actually have police officers getting murdered, and then all of a sudden at these Black Lives Matter rallies you see these cops getting murdered, and all of a sudden they play the innocent card like, well, we didn't tell them to do that. Well, look at this video right here. You have one of the leaders in the civil rights movement, in your Black Panther Party movement, in your Black Lives Matter movement, sitting there shaking hands with the president, saying how much we need to protect the inner cities and protect these people, but then in the same breath you go around and say to kill innocent white people. You should lose all credibility as soon as you say something like that. You should be immediately ostracized and become a social pariah. Well, once you call for the death of innocent people and law enforcement, you should immediately have no credibility whatsoever. You should immediately resign any position that you have. People should not look up to you whatsoever. And the fact that people actually still look up to this man, and even after this video is released, they're still going to make excuses for him. That's why I hate the media and the way that they act today, because MSNBC rewards this man, gives him a TV show, and acts like he's the most unifying person of our times. And I'm so sick of seeing these pictures of him standing with the president and acting like he is an important figure. This guy has actually run for president at one point in time, and I cannot believe that people take him seriously, because when you look at the old civil rights activists, they actually had credibility. Martin Luther King and all of these, you know, real pacifists. They actually called for peace. They did not want violence, because the second that they called for bloodshed, they would lose all credibility. The police would shut them down, and the average person would look at them and say, I am appalled by that. And because rightfully so, people do not want to live in a world where they're in fear for the lives of their fellow man, and this is exactly what we should be condemning right now. We should all stand up and say, you know what, Al Sharpton, we do not condone this. We do not want to have any sort of affiliation with you anymore. Just go crawl in a hole and just go live out the rest of your career and live out the residuals of all the millions that you've made in book deals and all this other stuff. Anyways, I just wanted to make a quick video about this tonight just to share my thoughts. I cannot believe that this guy is celebrated so much, and next time you hear these people marching in the streets calling for unity and calling for, social justice and all this other stuff, just remember, these guys are led by people like Al Sharpton who call for the deaths of innocent white people, and it all comes to a head some point because these people actually will take guns out and actually will shoot people if you tell them enough times that it's okay. So you know what? I just want everybody to know that this is just disgusting, and I cannot stand up for it, and you shouldn't either. So you know what? Just really think about that. Next time you look up to a man like this, just think about the back of his head. He hates you. He hates white America, and he hates everybody that is not black. So you know what? I'm for true unity. I'm for my black friends and my black brethren. I want to stand in unity with you for real and not have violence.